Dear students, today we discuss about the free vortex. We will perform the experiment based on free vortex. So basically, when the liquid flow through the cylindrical vessel, due to rotation of the vessel or maybe due to tangential force of the water or any liquid coming out from the orifice, it gives a certain rotational motion to the liquid. That is basically called vortex. If your water contained vessel is not, we are not providing any external force, it is not rotated, and only tangential force of the liquid gives you the rotation of the flow of the fluid, then it is called free vortex. If container is also rotate by using some external force, then it is called force vortex. So for this experiment, our requirement is radius, height and discharge time. So basically in the vortex, what happened? You will get a vortex like this, conical vortex like this. So this is your axis. So this portion is your height and this is your radius. So you have to find out radius and the height. After that, here in the experiment you will get one measuring tank. In that measuring tank, you have to take the time reading for 50 mm raise of the liquid. Here we are considering water, so raise of the water level up to 50 mm. From that you can easily find out the discharge. So what is discharge? Area of the tank into rise of water level divided by the corresponding tank. So here area of the measuring tank is given 0.4 into 0.3. This is 50 mm. So I convert this one into meter to 0.05 divided by the time required to fill up the 50 mm of water. After that you can easily find out the velocity of the water. So this velocity can be given by discharge divided by area of the pipe. So pipe diameter is given 16 mm. By using this formula pi by 4 d squared, you can easily find out the area, which is 2.01 into 10 to the power 4 meter squared. So from that you can easily find out the velocity, and velocity into the radius gives you the c. So if you are taking 3 readings, so you will get 3 c's for this. So for one reading you are getting one velocity and radius also. Then similarly for the second reading you are getting another reading like that. We have to take the reading. And most important thing is that when the during the experiment what happened? At first you have to check the vortex, it should be stable. Otherwise you will get some absurd result. So initially during the experiment you have to observe that vortex which is formed due to tangential velocity of the liquid. This is the free vortex. At first you have to sure that if the vortex is stable. After realizing that, you can take the reading of the radius and the height of the vortex. So let's start the experiment.
Start.
So this is your free and forced vortex apparatus. In that apparatus, you will get one container. This is cylindrical container. So this cylindrical container you can rotate by using motor. Okay, belt arrangement is there, so you can rotate. Okay, this is your motor with a belt arrangement. And if you observe here, the water is coming out from this small pipe, right? So this is a tangential, right? So this is your vertical axis, this is your vertical axis. So water basically coming out in a tangential order, like this. So this is your tank from where you get the water, right? And this is your motor with a small centrifugal pump. It will come out from this pipe and it goes to in a very small pipe. Why it is a small pipe, do you know? Because we have to increase the velocity. Diameter of this pipe is a little bit larger than this one. So our intention is to increase the velocity. That's why it is small. And after that, so water will come out from here. So in a tangential direction. So water will come like this. So after that, the water will rotate. Then after stabilizing the setup by using this valve and this one here, a small valve, this one here, so you can stabilize the vortex. After that, by using this scale, you can easily find out the height. You can easily find out the height of the vortex, and this is your vertical scale. And by using this horizontal, you can easily find out the radius, the initial radius at which your vortex will start. That radius we have to do. So we are doing the experiment. So look at here, due to tangential force coming out from this pipe, water, it will give one vortex. So here what happened, the water is rotating. The motion of the water is not linear, it is a rotational motion. Due to that you will get the vortex. Now by using this scale, you can easily find out the height. You can easily find out the height of the vortex. By using this, you can easily find out the height of the vortex. Now, after that, you have to take the measurement of the radius. So here you will get 0. 0 means at the center. This is your 0 at the center. And after that, you have to take the radius. So here you can observe, from the top you can observe, the vortex is start here. So we will take the radius from here. Okay. So you will take 3 readings of radius, 3 readings of height. By adjusting these two valves, you will get different vortex. So after that, you can find out the discharge and velocity like that. Now, after that, after taking the radius and all, suppose you are taking the first, reading, you have to measure the water level. So for that purpose, this length is given, this diameter is given, 0.4, 0.3. Here you have to take the water level rise up to 50 mm. So for 50 mm, how much time required? For that purpose, we need a one stopwatch. By using that, you can easily find out the discharge. From that discharge, you can easily find out the velocity. From that velocity, V into R, that is the radius, you can easily find out velocity, and radius, you can easily find out the C. So like that, you have to take the reading. So I will give you the reading of a free vortex. Okay. So by doing this experiment, you are taking 3 readings. So for the radius, this is 4, 5, 5. And for the height, that is y-axis, 49.67, 50.9 and 30. So by adjusting those two valves, you will get different readings. Now, after taking the first reading, 4 for radius, 59.67 for height, you have to take the reading for the discharge. So here for 50 ml water level rise, how much time required? So here time is 1 minute 55 seconds. So from this you will get the discharge Q. So this area of the tank, measuring tank already given. We are taking 0.05, that is the water level rise, and corresponding value of the time. Time will be, for the first reading will be 1 minute 55 seconds. So you have to convert this one into second. After that you will get the velocity Q by area. Area is already given. So after finding out the velocity, so V into this radius, you have to convert this one into meter, you will get C. So like that you will get 3 readings. So this is all about your free vortex. I hope you will understand.